Tetouan, Morocco. This was home to a badass woman, a Muslim woman who was both queen and pirate. I'm here to uncover the mysteries of a city brimming with enchanting tales. For example, Saida El Hura, the pirate queen, the Spanish Moorish refugees who rebuilt the city, and the suave General Beigbeder who openly flaunted his British aristocratic mistress, Rosalind, amidst the chaos of Franco's reign. Tetouan's historic Medina, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a delightful maze revealing the story of a city at the crossroads of trade between Europe and Africa, even the dark history of the slave trade.
I'm Jeff.
And I'm Sujatha.
Do you dream of hitting the open road?
Of the adventures and eclectic people you run across on the way? Are you waiting for the right moment, the right shot of courage?
I thought that. In 2016, I had a stroke. But then in 2022, we got married, and now we're traveling the world, enjoying adventure and romance.
Welcome to Tetouan, a city where history and mystique intertwine. While you can get lost in the allure of Tetouan's rich past, you can quite literally get lost in the labyrinth of its Medina. And I have just 3 hours to explore. Yes. To help me navigate, I've enlisted the help of a local guide, Mohammed.
Big welcome to Tetouan and to Morocco.
Meet Mohammed, a world traveler, practicing Muslim and gentle soul. Brimming with history and knowledge, he knows this maze and the many characters within it like the back of his hand.
Morocco behind, two beaches, three continents, Morocco. Europe, America in the front, in Africa downstairs, And we are behind, two beaches, so Mediterranean and Atlantic. And before people comes from another country to sell the things or buy. Someone, they come and they sell, they buy things and they go, or the others, so they stay.
Right.
They stay. Yeah, they stay. This is why we have, this mix of people.
Just down the road from Ceuta, the Spanish colony in Africa, Tetouan's residents enjoy tax-free shopping in Ceuta, as if they were in Spain. Tetouan is as ancient as cities come. Not far from here, Romans had a settlement, and the Berbers, the region's indigenous people, have lived here for centuries. Its proximity to the Mediterranean has always made it a point of strategic interest.
We kind of see, the sea, just 10 kilometers far from here.
Which is why it was destroyed 4 times by invaders. In 1431, it was razed to the ground by Castilla, and again by the Portuguese in 1484. The Portuguese ruled Ceuta, and Tetouan was a keystone in other empires' plans to invade Ceuta. But then, in 1492, everything changed. The Reconquista in Spain meant Muslims and Jews were forced either to convert to Catholicism or were expelled. Tetouan now has a majority Moorish presence as refugees basically overwhelm the city. Much of the architecture reflects that Andalusian presence. In order to protect themselves, they built a fortified medina on the mountainside with a maze of shops, mosques, and other buildings. 7 doors are locked tight by guards at night, but bustling with markets during the day.
Tetouan body organization. Each part they have a different market with different work.
The Medina and its narrow lanes, packs and teams of people and vendors, an intensity of sounds, of flavors and colors abound. Mohammed and I are racing through the Medina so I don't miss a thing. It is extreme and it is thrilling.
It's all bakery. Yeah, he doesn't work now, so after the people also bring a bread to cook here.
Okay.
Yeah. So in each part they have a bakery and a mosque and hammam, school for children to learn Quran.
Okay. A madrasa.
A madrasa.
This Medina was once ruled by the pirate queen of the Mediterranean, Saida el-Hurra. According to the Portuguese ambassador, she was a very bad-tempered and aggressive woman in every respect. Legend has it that the Portuguese prayed to God that she would be hung from the mast of a ship. But in Tetouan, she was a hero. Just who was this badass Muslim woman who broke stereotypes? Saida el-Hurra was a Spanish Moor born in Granada, Spain, a few years before the Reconquista. After 1492, her family fled Spain and settled close by in Tetouan. She married into the family of the governor of Tetouan. When the governor died, she became the ruler. Under her rule, the city prospered in a short time, and her fame resounded all over the seas. She was determined to defend Tetouan from the Portuguese and seek revenge on the Catholics who expelled her family. But much of that wealth came from a dubious source: piracy. Goods, gold, and treasures were taken from attacks on Spanish and Portuguese ships. Without an army, she enlisted the support of pirates to spark fear into any potential invaders' hearts. In those days, most countries engaged in piracy. Swashbuckling marauders would capture ships and demand ransoms. Those who wouldn't pay faced dire consequences. They would be sold on the market as slaves. This was a market of slaves. Slaves are no longer sold on the Tetouan market. People from this area come from the surrounding mountains.
This is
That's a
one
Tetouan?
tradition of Jbela.
Okay.
Of, so this mountains behind Tetouan. Yeah, the head. The head is very famous. So the people, they know, when they see the head, they know it's from Tetouan.
Yeah.
Our language is Darija. Darija is one mixed, so one language is mixed with Spanish, French, Arabic.
Each market has its own section: carpentry, wood, leather, jewelry rented for weddings, vegetables, books, clothes, spices, even a designated place to tie the donkeys up used for transportation.
This world where the people, they learn Quran.
Okay.
Not in the books.
Right.
Yeah, wolves like this. They write it in the morning, and the day after, they clean it and they write, another.
To memorize.
A day after, you must clean it, and everything he has in his head.
Out of the Bab Maqbar, once called the Spanish Gate, lies the gateway to the Mediterranean and to eternity. This area houses both the Muslim and Jewish cemeteries.
Before was a lot of Jewish, so people called Tetouan in one time. For example, in 1700s or 1800s, small Jerusalem.
Alongside Saida el-Hurra and her Muslim family, the Sephardic Jews also fled the Spanish Reconquista and found a home in Tetouan. Here is their neighborhood, Mela. The arches are carved to resemble the points in the Star of David. In the 19th century, out of 35,000 residents, 6,000 were Jews. The city had 16 synagogues, of which only the Isaac ben Walid synagogue remains today. They spoke Hakatia, a hybrid of Old Spanish incorporating Hebrew and Arabic. The cradle of Hakatia is Tetouan.
But each one where they are now. So someone's in Israel, others in Canada, in States, Venezuela.
Today there are fewer than 10 Jews in Tetouan, not enough for a service. However, each year on the death anniversary or Hilula of Rabbi Isaac ben Walid, the Tetouan Jewish diaspora reunites. But it's not just Arabic, Darija, and Hakatia that are heard here. Spanish still thrives in Tetouan. After all, Tetouan was once ruled by Spain. This was once the building of the Spanish Protectorate. In 1912, Tetouan became the capital of the Spanish Protectorate in northern Morocco. The Spanish administration, led by figures like General Juan Luis Beigbeder, left an indelible mark on the city. Beigbeder, known for his linguistic skills, fine manners, and public affair with his mistress, was a notable character of this era. Captured by the film The Time in Between, Rosalind is a British aristocrat fleeing her husband in India while working for the Brits. Beigbeder is a public servant of General Franco leading up to World War II. Both married to other people and on opposite sides of the war, they openly displayed their relationship in public. In 1956, Tetouan got its independence from Spain and was integrated into Morocco, and a new chapter was created. Today, Tetouan is a lush feast for the eyes, but it also stands as a living museum, a place where the echoes of pirate queens, Andalusian refugees, and gallant Spanish gentlemen can still be heard on its streets.
The thrill of the road does not end with a stroke. Come travel with us.
Please subscribe to our channel, Fierce Travel, and ring the bell for more notifications.
So do it.
If you want to make this trip, check out our links in the description and tips on what you can do. And if you like this video, you might like this video.